Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm Blitz5, and today in the background you have some of my gameplay from the Destiny multiplayer match, Blind Watch. I wouldn't know the name of that map, but since it's saying it in the screen, I have it for you guys. This is going to be one of my first gameplays of Destiny that I've posted on YouTube. I haven't been posting actual gameplays of Destiny, and I finally got into the swing of things playing online, so I figured I would post this video, kind of make a vlog style opinion review of what I think of Destiny so far, mostly focusing in the multiplayer, and just kind of explain my thoughts on it and how I feel about the game. And this is a pretty good match that I have, and I guess I'll just get started and see what you guys think. So it took me a while to get a hang of Destiny for some reason. I'm not really sure quite why. I've played a lot of different FPS games in my past, obviously a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of Halo, and this game has a lot of Halo in it. It's Bungie, it seems like that, it kind of plays like that. Especially with the movement, it's kind of like Titanfall. I played a lot of that game when it came out because there's a lot of movement going on with the double jumps, triple jumps, and the different character abilities and stuff like that. So it kind of reminded me of Halo and Titanfall put together immediately. And I think if I had to explain it like that, it would still be those games that have a baby. And you kind of always have to throw COD in there because I feel like Call of Duty kind of influences everything, or it's such an arcadey shooter that it can kind of be compared to a lot of FPS games nowadays. But it took me a while to get used to the game, and I decided to wait till I leveled up a little bit more because I knew the whole leveling system was kind of bullshit with pairing everybody up online. And even though there's this big video about the Iron Banner being able to people being able to be like level 4 and go into the Iron Banner and still do well because they even things out. Bungie released a video saying that if you're more than 7 levels away from each other, it will kind of even each other out, so it's not that big of a discrepancy. So the max level distance you can be from someone is 7. So even if you're level 4 and you're facing someone level 20, you will only be 7 levels away in power. So it still kind of balances it out a little bit, but to me, it's the abilities, well, more like the guns and the armor and the effects of these armors that you get at higher levels that really make the game harder to play and giving you an advantage when you're a higher level. So yeah, you might be equaling damage or have the same amount of health, but I have this helmet on right now that's an exotic helmet, and it gives me 4 shots with my golden gun. So every other hunter that I come across that doesn't have that helmet, I have an advantage of, especially if they're a lower level. There's no chance that they're going to have this exotic helmet if they're level 15. It's just not going to happen. So that kind of stuff is a little unfair because I inherently have an advantage over them immediately as soon as I super. And being a higher level, I get my super faster, I have more of my abilities, but I guess that is part of the game. Like, I did level up that far, I should have that advantage, but I feel like if that's true, then they should be matching me up better with people that are my level, and I didn't get a sense of that happening while I played Destiny. I didn't get a sense that when I was level 10, I was playing level 10 people, and I immediately backed out, and I stuck with PvE and I waited to play online. And every time I did play online, if my friends were playing, I would get pretty frustrated and I really wasn't having a good time. Occasionally I would have a good gameplay, and then eventually I just like, you know what, I am waiting. So I did that. I tried to wait as much as I could, and then finally I got into like the level 24, 25, and I think I'm 26 or 27 now, and I started to play a little bit more because I felt like I had some legendary items, and I had my main super class, the gunslinger. In this case, for the hunter, is my main one that I use. I had it leveled up pretty far that I felt comfortable playing online. And as soon as I started doing that, I felt much more comfortable playing the game online and got some really good gameplays. And I started getting these KD ratios that were more familiar to my playstyle. Because when I was first playing, I was getting a lot of games where I was going negative in a sense, like under 1.0 KD. And I was doing really poorly. I wasn't getting many kills at all. I wasn't even getting many points. And I just didn't really know how to play. And I think that I kind of had to retrain myself, especially because the last main FPS game I was playing was Titanfall and Call of Duty. And those are the kind of games where you can run by yourself and kind of do a lot of damage because people die quickly. You can kind of be a lone wolf and run around and do your thing. And in Destiny, when you're playing against a good group of people, you can't just be running out by yourself. There's so many different things going on in the game. There's so many people that are strong. Like, they have so many abilities. I mean, I could make a whole video about this, I probably will, that there's so many times in the game when you reach someone you run into somebody that has such a power spike or something ready that you have no chance to really defend against, or very small chance. So I'm talking like there's a lot of strong weapons in the game, like the shotgun, the sniper rifle. I think the weapons are pretty balanced. That could also be a video for another day, but mostly the weapons are pretty balanced. But you could have someone with a shotgun around a corner, right? You have a very small chance of surviving unless you have a shotgun out as well. You can have somebody with a super up. If I have my gun blade up, gunslinger, and if I have my golden gun up, there's really small chance you're going to survive. I'm going to most likely shoot you. Even if I miss, I have 2 to 3 other bullets, depending on if you have my helmet or not, with 4 bullets. Normally it's 3. So that's insta-death. Or I could have a rocket launcher or a heavy machine gun, which the heavy machine gun is extremely powerful. And then, like I said before, you have the special weapons like a shotgun or a sniper, which are really strong. And obviously it depends if you have the ammo or not. And then there's some of the grenades that are really strong. I've been hit by, I think it's the void grenade that kind of sits on the ground and then tracks you, and it's like a one-hit kill. If it starts falling and you hit you, like, die. Well, at least for me, as a hunter, I don't have that much armor, and it kills me insta-kill. So there's a lot of things in this game that can kill you really quickly, and if you're by yourself, you're probably going to die, and then anyone that you brought down to half health is going to survive. So it's really smart to run it as a team, so then you can pick up those assists and kind of move on your way. And I think everything counts, when you're in a game where you kind of have your super. It's kind of like in Call of Duty, now that I think about it, if you're running the support kill streaks where you can die, just getting those assists kind of gets you to your kill streaks, which then helps the team and helps you. And if you look at your super as like the kill streak, it kind of works out, and that's why, probably why I like this game. I always like having something to play towards, and it also helps you out when you have the super, because you just become powerful, and you can, even if you're not doing that well, you can kind of change the game around, or at least for that moment you can get a kill and then guarantee yourself some extra points or whatever. So to me, there's just a lot of ways you can die, so it's hard but also rewarding to go on a kill streak, and when you play strategically, but you definitely have to play strategically and think about where you're going and think about what other people can do. Like, there's a lot of times, I'm sure if you've been playing Destiny, where you go into a room and you think you have like the advantage. You might like blade dance, or say you're a Titan and you'll go to do your super, and a hunter will super golden gun shoot you as your Titan supering, and you lose, and it's crazy. And that gets into another topic where there's all the abilities and everybody thinks that one or the other is overpowered, but they're all actually really, really strong. And I don't like hearing people say that one's stronger than the other. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, and they all can be used in PvP from what I've seen, and PvE. They all have their advantages. So I think it really comes down to how you play the game strategically, and use everything to your advantage and certain skill set and certain time. So I'll probably make a video about all these things individually, because there's so much to talk about with all of these different characters, abilities, guns. But I guess to end this video in conclusion, I like Destiny so far. I'm glad that I waited to play online, and I think that it's getting a lot of crap for the game from everybody, from different reviewers. And I just watched this Machinima review, which I felt kind of summed everything up really well about how people are hating on Destiny. And I'm going to post it in the description below. So thank you for watching. Have fun playing Destiny or any other games you guys are playing. And Blitz 5, I'm out.